Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome on into stream 38, apparently, of Rookie to Roldie. Goodness me, we're getting through them. Season 7 here of the save, our second one at Newcastle with the Jets women. We're unbeaten to start the season. Hopefully it continues. We've got some big ones today. Last game in the group stage of the Champions League. If we draw, it will be enough to top the group, but hopefully we can pick up a win over Ho Chi Minh City. That's first up. Then Sydney FC, one of the title contenders in the Ninja A-League, and also the Victory, who we played in the final last year. And then our former club, kind of, in the Wellington Phoenix. So I hope you're all doing well out there. Welcome in. Let's get the tunes going in the background once I turn down the Spotify. But welcome in. Hope your week's been going well so far. I've been back at work, so it's been interesting. Very hot and cold at work in terms of like busy or not busy. Very random. But yeah, hope you're all doing well out there. So let's take the cap off the water bottle. But yeah, right, let's get into it, because we've got quite a few games, hopefully, to burn our way through today. It won't be the longest stream, probably going to be like bang on 2 hours, guys, because I need to go cook dinner right after this, and it's a little bit of a long one. It's like a beef, eggplant parmigiana kind of thing. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, you know, the beef with the tomato sauce and like the eggplant on top, and then the cheese on top of that. So I've got to actually roast the eggplant before I actually cook the rest of it, and also cook the beef. Cooking with Shaun. Shaun does cooking, but for the moment, Shaun does FM. So this is where we sit. We played our first 2 games of the Champions League, rotated quite a bit against Savinch, who I think were from Uzbekistan, and kind of just stumbled our way to a 2-1 win. Took a lot more seriously the second game, and yeah, way too good. 10-1. So against the Chinese Taipei team. So we're about to play Ho Chi Minh from Vietnam, who are guaranteed to go through alongside us. Just depends who goes through top seed, and probably gives you, hopefully, one of the worst teams in the quarterfinals. And from there, we've got some interesting games in the A-League. Sydney and Melbourne, definitely. I don't think the Shenix are projected to do that well this season. Canberra handy, Brisbane not so much, Western Sydney handy. We'll see if we get that far to late December. If not, that will be tomorrow. But Victory, City and Adelaide, not too bad. That little Melbourne block is going to be interesting, and then we kind of start taking on teams again. Just seeing who we're going to be playing 3 times this season. Adelaide, I think, is the one. Yeah, interestingly. Only one I can spot there. But yeah, that's what's going on. So great start to the season. Only a couple of games we played, but still. 7-2 over Perth, 3-1 over the Central Coast before starting off this Champions League. So we'll get a prediction going early. It should be hopefully one that you guys can clean up on, because we should be winning this. But should we do goals, maybe? Let's do goals scored. How about that? So this is both teams, just to be sure. So it's a bit of a so we'll go 0 goals is one option, 0 to 5 goals, or 1 to 5 goals, and then we'll do 5+ goals. So a bit of a wild one we'll do here. And actually, would say 6+, because then that makes a bit more sense. Right, so a little prediction. Goals scored in this game that we're about to play, but they are okay. The goal differential is +3. Ours is +10, thanks to that whole 10-1 win over Hung Yuan. They did beat Savinch by more than we did, but obviously we took that game a little bit lightly. We are going to go relatively strong for this game, I think, just to make sure, and we can take some players off if we need to later on. We've got some people on yellows. Hopefully we won't have to use them. But yeah, going to put out a decent team for this. But now I say that, I'm kind of tempted to chuck a few in there who maybe need a little game time, because most of the squad is quite fit. Yeah, okay, we might actually do a little bit of meddling here. And put Voisey out right, but otherwise I think we're not going to do a lot here. And this could be a chance for Ballagente as well instead of Kylie. But yeah, just a couple of changes for some players who need the game time. Yeah. got 2 left wingers in their game time, so I think we'll start Talon in this game, seeing as she can handle it. But we'll get straight into it. Yeah, hopefully pick up a good result here. Top our group properly and look like a good team in the process. Against, the team from Vietnam. I'm going to really struggle to say those names too much, ladies, so make sure they don't have the ball at all, ideally. Would be quite nice. But, oh, it's very good. They should do freaking press conferences for this. Tai Kwai Collie. See, I can't even say the freaking media's name. Board, yeah, I talk to them sometimes. I just focus on my team. Yeah, hopefully we can do that again. Right, cheers. Tai continued. Okay, here we go. They're going with the 4-2-2-2, so they're still thinking that that works after recent updates. It was like a month ago now, wasn't it? But hopefully, just a nice comfy win before the Sydney game is what we want here. Okay, here we go. Good game to start on paper. So let's pick up the W. They've got the ball from kickoff. Hopefully this is one of the very few times they'll have the ball for more than 10 seconds in this game, although Christabel's just given it back to them there for no real reason. Now then, Terry Bartley a yellow. We've got McKee on a yellow as well, so we're going to have to do some interesting things there. And now Vasic has got injured, which is not ideal. So I suppose Lookmeyer is supposed to be our backup striker. I'm actually going to put De Oliveira out there because she needs a run. And, you know, was our striker last season as well, so it shouldn't be too bad there. We have gone attacking from the start. I did change that back to not very attacking because assistant manager absolutely chaotic thinking that. There's Talon Henniker inside the box. Back to Christabel. Looks a bit weird in the shadow. Poor pass. Ho Chi Minh can clear it away, but not for long. Kakesi finds Christabel. Oh, into the box. Oh, that's a cheeky cross. It was a little, the opposite foot. And thankfully, it doesn't take long to warm up the stream deck. But look at this here from Christabel, the ball in the mixer. It's highly skilled from just couldn't just do it normally. He had to do that. And Sakita puts it away. She started the season very well. Olivia Sakita. I do need to still do contracts. I'll see when I get time to do that. But 1-0 lead early. We are giving away a free kick, and for some reason Sakita's just like doing a crab walk to no one there. Thankfully Balagente with a good save. Is now Kakesi yellow, so we've actually got a couple here at the back, which is kind of weird. Don't know why that's a thing today against a team like Ho Chi Minh. Don't want to get people in too much trouble or have any suspensions going into the quarters. Although to be fair, we should be getting through that safely as well, so it might not be the worst time to lose players in this comp before we hopefully get drawn against a pretty easy beat at that round as well, but that's not going to be till quite late in the season. That's a horrific goal kick. Unfortunately, De Oliveira's just given it straight back to them. Buchanan does get that back for us though. De Oliveira, Sakita, Talon, De Oliveira. Oh, lovely ball. O'Donoghue, 2-0. Right. Might be able to take some good players off here at the half because we are looking good, which is what we want before a game against Sydney, who found some good form late last season once they sacked their previous manager, who they won the league with. But yeah, they were not good last year at all, especially early stages. They really bombed in this competition, only finished third in their group. So encouraging that we're doing a lot better than they did. I think they had quite a tough group compared to us. But hey, can only beat what's in front of you. That's what we're doing. Sakita is on absolute fire. What a strike that is. Goodness me, 3-0. if you went 6+ goals, you're going pretty good. But that, no stopping that. Doesn't matter who the goalkeeper is, I think. Katimbo got no chance. 3-0 halfway through the first half. And we are, oh no, we're not on the attack because Buchanan stuffed it up, but now we're right. O'Donoghue, Sakeda on a hat-trick already. Back to O'Donoghue. Voisey Yilden, nice short passing here in Swasti. A little bit lucky there from Christabel. In the mixer, O'Donoghue shot blocked. Be a corner. Which Kakesi did score from one of these last stream, which was a rarity, a good rarity, because she should be doing it more. But nothing doing from the set piece, we don't see it. So 3-0 early. Good, they are not good at goal kicks. Talon. It's a hat trick for Sakeda. After 29 minutes, right, we are easily topping this group, and I probably could have rotated. But if I respect the other unbeaten team, probably shouldn't have quite done that, because they're not great. I think our rotation players made the Uzbekistan outfit look pretty good. They might have been short of a gallop, maybe, at that stage, but 4-0, half hour in, we are cruising through this. Interesting that the Japanese team are kind of just scratching to wins. They might not be taking this super seriously, but you'd imagine they'll be the hardest team to beat for us. Even though they are a club with insecure finances, because that job did come up at the end of the last Japanese season. Yeah, they are the defending champions though, so we'll see what they look like if we have to play them at some stage. O'Donoghue, a bit too straight and a bit too high. Goes over the bar. But that is a pretty good first half. A 4-0 lead. Now we will do some things here. We'll take off Sakeda on the hat trick, although we haven't got as many subs as I'd like. Now Hurst can come on. We'll put you in that no-nonsense role. Now, of the rest, it's between Ferris and Kennelly needs a run, so we'll do that. She can just play centre back today. And Talon's a little bit tired, but we could bring on, what's her name? Look, Maya. And put De Oliveira out to left wing where she's supposed to be this season. We'll save one up for either wing back, but say either wing back, it's going to be Christabel. But yeah, a couple of changes. And yeah, doing brilliantly, girls. Keep it up. But there is a chance this might get a little bit more scratchy in the second half, but we're going to try and save some bodies for the Sydney game. Sakeda looking for 4. Straight at the goalkeeper. Probably one of the midfielders might not be the worst option here. Just not too sure which one we take off. Probably depends on fitness. Just in general what we do with that final sub. As we're on the attack early, will it amount to anything though? De Oliveira. So it doesn't find Insawasti, but quite fortunately we get that one back. And De Oliveira gets it back now. And Swasti will run onto this and bury it top right corner. The Colombian international, the one that we spent money on. So good to see her hitting the ground running here at Newcastle. Wasn't too bad though. I mean, given we got 100k for 2 players and only spent 14 on her. But still, you want them to deliver when they come in for coin, and that's what she's doing at the moment. Our designated player. Thank goodness we found Swabi, because that was a bit of a curveball, wasn't it? When we had to unsign Emily Sparks, the game just not wanting us to have a New Zealander here. Had her at the Knicks, didn't manage a game. Tried to sign her here. not allowed to sign 2 designated players in the season, despite the fact we've got a space for 2 designated players. But anyway, the Bodster. Yeah, so we may have won the final. So we are playing Champions League right now. But yeah, we are the Ninja A-League champions. They only gave us 1 trophy, so I was a bit annoyed about that, because in real life you do get 2 trophies. We have conceded, don't worry though, Debodster, because this is Balagente in goal for this game, near the game time. So with how these teams are looking, I thought this was a chance to play her instead of Kylie. But and there is a Kylie emote too, by the way. If you check out the emotes here on Twitch, it is highly unoriginal, but also quite funny. But yeah, we're going to be topping our group after this. So we've played 2 A-League games, and we've just had this over a week. So this is our last group stage game. We're already going through this just to guarantee we'll go through top of the group, because this was the other undefeated team. And I'm not really too sure how, because we've 6-1 in front of them. So this is our 5th game. We beat Perth and Central Coast before coming to this. We've got Sydney up next, who are probably our biggest threat according to the season preview. Them in City with Victory and Western Sydney in that little line behind that is rougher chances. So we're not too deep, but we made a couple of signings, a couple of sales as well. Hence why Insawastes in midfield and Ruby Sullivan's at Cologne. Ali Lutta as well at PSG. As that nearly sneaks in, it does off the rebound to Voisey Yilden. Reckon of a chance? I'd say, based on what I'm seeing, a very good chance. The Japanese team, who are the defending champions, are struggling to beat some pretty average teams. We did that once with a full rotation, hence why I've been playing some better players even in this game. I reckon we should go deep. The game against the Japanese team's going to be pretty big, obviously, if and when we play them. But yeah. Oh, jeepers, we are looking a little bit leaky defensively, but we did make some weird changes at the half with players on yellows. Yeah, so just in the group stage, it goes through very quickly, and then I think towards the back end of the season we have the quarterfinals and stuff. As Sakita makes it 4 for the day for her. We can actually pay out the prediction, because I did one for goals, and I clearly underestimated how many goals, because it's clearly 6+. Sakita might do that on her own here. So yeah, we're going to top the group and then I guess find out who we get in the quarterfinals, but I don't think that's till like November. So it's a big old gap. And Christabel, good work from her. Filthy assist earlier in the game. I think that was for our first goal. O'Donoghue, De Oliveira should really check and see who needs to be taken off our final sub here. 4 assists off the bench for De Oliveira. Not too bad. Not that time, because O'Donoghue puts it over. No, she did really well. I think we considered a late goal in the final. But no, she was great. She actually made a couple of big saves too. So no, she was really good. So don't worry, you've got a good one there. Didn't go to the World Cup, which I thought she might have a sneaky chance of, because there was a World Cup last year. Oh, surely. Oh, the goalkeeper's done something decent. Right, we'll take off Christabel. Didn't even go on the under-20 internationals, which I thought was a bit weird. Balagente did, which was a bit confusing. Maybe the game hasn't figured out that Kylie exists yet, but yeah. No, Kylie was really good during the finals, so she is still the Dream 11 goalkeeper for the entire league, especially because City actually released their goalkeeper, who was in there before her, so yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I thought she would have been in the mix, at least for like the under-20s, especially if Balagente is getting picked, but Yeah. We'll see. We'll see this year. Hopefully, one full season in the A-League, and she'll get a chance. As that's actually not a bad save from their goalkeeper here, the team from Vietnam. That's not great from O'Donoghue. And there's the name I was dreading coming up, but thankfully it wasn't on screen for too long, so we didn't have to say it. But 8-1 off the back of a 10-1 the round before and a 2-1 before that, where we did rotate heavily, hence why we've been going a bit more serious as the Japanese team eventually take a 2-1 lead against another one of the non-playable nations. I suppose the Korean and the Saudi teams could be quite decent as well, but just hard to know in non-playable leagues. Sakita makes it 5 for the day. Having a blinder as Lukmaya gets an assist to go alongside her goal. And Sawasti, though, the Colombian international, up to Lukmaya. Bit of a 1-2. Actually, no, it's not. What am I talking about? Sakita's just done it there. And 9-1. Very cruisy start to today's stream, as we were hoping. 9-1 Sakita on absolute fire. 3-1 in the end for the Japanese team. Yeah, all groups. Let's see what's happened here. So we've gone through, as have Ho Chi Minh. That's not a live ladder. Awesome. Yeah, so never mind. But that's what's going to happen because it was already guaranteed. But good, solid win for us there into the A-League against Sydney, which will be a big old game. So we need to rest our players here just to make sure. Oh, we lost Vusic early in that. Our new striker. Yeah, obviously going through. So there's a chance the team who wins that other game is going to go through because the two best third place teams go through to make it the top 8 in the quarterfinals. So that's good. Now, 8 to 9 weeks for our new striker is not great, but we'll have to cop it. So that's not great. So we might chuck De Oliveira back up top, I guess, after last season. And Minute can do a job at left wing. So we'll get De Oliveira back to training as an actual striker. Channel 4, isn't it? Yep. And Uvoisi out for Swabi. And that is going to be the team that we put out. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry. Kylie goes in, obviously. So here's Kylie for you to Bodster, if you want to see what she did last season. 10 games, 5 clean sheets. Although I think that might only... Does that include the finals? Not too sure. But either way. She had a good season. 7.14 average rating. So, yep, she is... decent, obviously. You're expecting, yeah, we are. We're actually the preseason favourites, so it's going to be interesting if we actually do win the Champions League, because then it's just turning us into a dynasty, I suppose. But yeah, we're still on top, which is actually pretty nice, because we've played 2 games and some teams have played 4. Yeah, we've come in even more. Okay, they've realised Swasti might be quite good. Yeah, we are very warm favourites, actually. Yeah, with Sydney and Melbourne, really, the city that is, the 2 teams expected to challenge. But yeah, we're about to play Sydney, so this is going to be a big game, so we better rest our first team. But yeah, we've got a better team than last year. We sold 2 players to Europe, and we're able to bring in some handy ones with that money, so... mainly wage, but we did spend 14k on this player out of Colombia to do the Sullivan role, because she went to Cologne for 60k, and our backup left winger from last season went to PSG for 40k. So we've done all right on the transfer front too. But yeah, we bought her, and she's going well, especially continentally. Yeah, so we are looking top notch this year. Yes, I did see the news on Unbeaten. Of all the times to do it, it's a bit mental, isn't it? Right, so we've got that team. Nagohyang Sports Club. Where are they from, please? I really want to know. North Korea. Well, we should be okay with that. So look at their best players. Yep, we'll be okay, I think. I think we're going to be perfectly fine with this. Yeah, I think we should be making the semis of that. Can I check the others? There we are. Right. Okay, so Japanese team's got the Singapore team. Korea versus Uzbekistan. India versus Vietnam. Did the Saudi team not get out? That'll be a bit wild. Oh, there wasn't a Saudi team. What was I thinking? Maybe China. Anyway, I thought there were Saudi teams in this. But apparently not. Okay, somehow Da Vinci got out of their group. Jeez, I tell you, we got pretty unlucky having to play the a team actually finished second in their group. Being the only team that got 9 points in our group, how did we not get a third place getter? Anyway, we should be okay, because they're not that great. They only got 4 points. But yeah, they will be quite decent, but they should be, like, with the youth setup, but I don't think it translates over in game quite so well, just looking at the attributes of those players. Hopefully we'll be able to blitz past them. We might be on the, depending on how that draw works out, the bottom half does look to have us and the Japanese team in it. But 21 goals beats the previous record for the competition. And we've still got the finals to go. No, okay, I was trying to get the coach wages up so I could actually hire coaches. That doesn't happen. We've lost in the reserves. No, I have not been. Being in New Zealand, it's a bit difficult. But no, I've been to an Asian Champions League game. Right, so what am I doing here? Continuing. Right, we'll get a prediction going. That's what I was going to do. Sydney, and we are at home, thankfully. We've actually got a good run of home fixtures, 4 in a row at least, somehow. But this is the team expected to be our biggest rival this year. Got really unlucky as the short earlier, if anyone checked YouTube would have seen, when we played them the first time around last year, and then we bet them 3-1. So hopefully can knock them off here and just establish ourselves as the top dogs. We are the favourites. We might need to go back to positive actually for this too, instead of attacking, just because we should probably respect them a little bit here. I mean, yeah, I haven't even been to an A-League game live, so definitely not an Asian Champions League one. Yeah, we already know about her, don't we? Yeah. I think I was looking at her as a staff member, actually. Now, this is a performance analyst. That's right. So that's cool. That's not a weird transfer. Now, scouting, we should really try and sort that out. How many Kiwi teams play? In the Champions League, there's usually 2. Last couple of years, it's tended to be Auckland City and Wellington Olympic. With the AFC Pro League's about to kick off, so that is going to change things a bit. But there's 2 in that as well. There's Auckland FC, their reserve team, or their sort of reserve team, and South Island United, who were Christchurch United. They actually signed just signed the player who scored against Boca Juniors for Auckland City at the World Cup, the Club World Cup. So they're doing some decent business actually, the South Island team, which is quite nice, being a South Islander. Oh, sorry, just the wife going to her fitness class. Things I've stolen her room for the afternoon. Right. So that's fine. Yeah. Play through the press. They lack a work rate, do they? It's surprising. But yeah, that's all we'll do. It should be fine here. I'll say we should be fine. It's actually one of our tougher games. I don't think she'll be back for rehab yet, no. Which is a shame. So no striker in Vasic, who did look quite good. So that's a bit of a blow, but hopefully with De Oliveira going back up top, we'll be fine. Just make sure she doesn't just come back while I save this, people. Right, sorry. Oh, I heard someone trying to get in the door. Okay, let's get into this one. Sydney, big game. Arguably the biggest of the stream today, you'd say. But boy, we've got players in form after that Champions League campaign. 8 goals for Saketa from the cam roll. Goodness me. And yeah, I suppose left wingers now, the slight issue with minute there, but it'll be fine, hopefully. Yeah. Everyone's fit. Available. Oh, I was going to put McKee back in instead of Lantieri, actually. Although, you look at it, maybe I shouldn't be. McKee wants the squad player. In better form too, I might just leave that. Lantieri might get that spot alongside Kakassi. Wasn't what I was intending with that signing, but 3 good centre backs here now. Do I think Salah can win AFCON? Yeah, I see no reason not, although I think Nigeria are looking quite decent, aren't they? But yeah, I don't see many reasons why not. Okay, that's right. We're back to having no pre-match media because the A-League. But here we go. The Jets against Sydney. We're at home. Hopefully we make them pay this season. That left winger they've got is quite good. She was someone I was actually looking at last season if we had spare money. Which we don't again now, but we did bring in quite a few players coming into this season. Did some good business in the transfer window, hence why we're the pre-season favourites. But yeah, this is going to be our toughest game according to the pre-season preview and odds. So let's see how we get on here. No doubt a lot tougher than what we faced in the Champions League. And Sydney on the attack early through Vijay, I want to say. How we've not got... Oh, we did get that back. Talon. Hoofs it deep. Now, De Oliveira has actually read that really well. So she'll get to it. Goes up, pulls it back. O'Donoghue's actually snuck that through. I was thinking that might get blocked or saved, but no. And we take a 1-0 lead. Tenen with a bursting counter-attack, flying for the Jets. She wasn't a ton of space, to be fair. But for some reason, I thought that was getting blocked or saved. I don't know why, because Sturray was nowhere near it, and neither was Neary, and Valley didn't get a touch on it. So we take a 1-0 lead against Sydney, which is big early. This time last year, we had about 30 shots against these guys and only scored 1 goal, and they scored both their shots on target. Hopefully not going to happen here with Flanagan in goal. That's horrific from De Oliveira, though. So hopefully that's not going to prove costly here. It might. It should have. Goodness me. You bet Kylie for a clean sheet. Maybe we need to start doing that as prediction. And after this game, well, actually, the victory might be a little bit of a sticky one too. Nearly went there, but thankfully, you've held on to it. Our girl Kylie. Yeah, she got lucky all right. Now, we've got a free kick here, and undefeated can hit these. As we saw at the Champions League. Oh, it's just kissed the crossbar. And now Sydney with a free kick. So they're offering a bit against us here. Sydney fans are furious, apparently. Okay, O'Donoghue with a great clearance away. And we've actually got a chance here on the counter. Swaby, pretty lucky how we're dealing with it defensively. That ball over the top's interesting, but Sakita's going to win the race to it. We keep it as well. This is very fortunate at the moment. Talon. And Swasti might have a crack from there. Oh, I don't think their goalkeeper's very good, just quietly. We take a 2-0 lead. Both our shots have not been that great, but we've got them through the goalkeeper. And we were really lucky with a number of things in that highlight. Even the line clearance, there was the fact we're actually winning the race to that clearance. But we score 2-0. Probably a bit flattering. Well, they look at the stats and could make the slight argument not, but 1-0 or 2-1 would probably be a bit fairer here, based on what's happened. But after last year, probably take it. They do look a lot more organised than when we played them the first time with their new manager. But 2-0 up. Got to be pretty happy with that. Neither team with a clear-cut chance, and we've got a 2-0 lead. How are we looking here fitness-wise? Pretty good. Swaby, a little bit fair, but I think we just keep things going at the moment. I'll say they can do better because it's been only okay, despite the scoreline. We just keep them out for the first 15 minutes of this half and hopefully maybe make it 3-0. Should maybe put this one to bed. As Talon's dropped down to a yellow, we might have to keep an eye on fitness in this game a bit more than usual with that Champions League we just had. We're going to have some quite quick backups here at the start of the season for the first couple of weeks because of that. As O'Donoghue, De Oliveira is going to have a crack just wide there. Goalkeeper ain't saving a lot here. Not that they needed to that time, but still. Yeah, Swaby ain't going that well today. Neither is actually Sakita. Let's do some stuff here. We'll take off Buchanan for Kennelly, Talon for Minute. Yeah, and yeah, Voisier, right, we'll do as well. Yeah, actually, Perkinson's pretty decent. We'll make quite a few subs here. Just, hopefully it won't backfire, but just keep people fresh because the victory game's also potentially somewhat sticky one for us, although we do have home advantage for these next 4 or 5 games, which is quite nice. As Minute puts one into the mixer there nicely. Why has she run away from the ball? Who was that? Kennelly. Not a big fan of that, because we could have won the race to that, albeit had one of those go in our favour earlier. And Kylie safely watches that one go over the bar. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Right, O'Donoghue's down to a yellow now. Sakita a 6.4 though. So maybe that's where we change things up actually. If we can. We can't really. Oh, yes we can. I'm lying. We chuck O'Donoghue further forward. And do a bit of that. Bit of a midfield shuffle. We've got 13 minutes to get their way back into the Sydney. I thought Lantieri might be about to have a mirror and make me instantly regret not putting McKee back in, but that hasn't happened. As Voisey Yilden takes her sweet time on the ball there. We pick out Minute far post. squares it. O'Donoghue, 3-0, game over. So, wouldn't say we've been at our best at all in this one, but we're going to pick up a win, unless we have an absolute melee. The ball from Kennelly was quite nice, though, out to minute, who's done remarkably well there to learn how to teleport. And O'Donoghue beats Varley, who is not having a good game. But 3-0 and posture check. Probably just need that, to be fair. Oh, yeah. Right. Cheers for that deposit. I should get a bit closer to the mic. That's probably going to help me out a bit. Right, I will praise. Yeah, 6.1 for Varley. The entire, I mean, most of their players have not played well, including Yaria at left wing, which is, I mean, I just said how good she was pre-game, so that's pretty classic. But 3-0 over Sydney. Yeah. Not sure we should expect that scoreline every time if that's how the game goes, but I mean, we'll take it. I'll say a good one. Probably a bit harsh given the scoreline, but yeah. So we go top alongside Sydney and Western Sydney with 1/2 games in hand, depending on who we're looking at. So that's good. With Melbourne Victory up next, who are down there on 6 points. So that's good. O'Donoghue with a very good game there. 2 goals and the assist. And Minute made her debut. Now, what's our fixture schedule looking like? We play on a Sunday, Wednesday. Oh, and then we actually have a week-long gap, so it's not too bad. Yeah, let's just rest a couple of these people. Yeah, exactly. Like the Sydney clubs are supposed to be quite good. But yeah, we're in good nick. I might. I mean, she did actually play quite well there, didn't she? Can McKee do it? She can't cross. That's why I don't like putting her on the bench, McKee. But she does also have that high potential. Just then, Terry Bartlett's a bit further along, and there's not much between them, really. But yeah, we're pretty quickly building a dynasty here with this Newcastle team, it feels like. As there's the under-20 squad, and again, there is no Kylie. Kennelly's there, but Kylie's not. Julia is. I don't really know why. Kylie's not there. She is 16 now, so it's not because of that. Yeah, how do I see, actually? Nations. And thank you for the follow. One more save. Great name. But thank you for the follow. Women's... No, it's just under 20s. Okay. As he whacks his watch against the table again. I've got to stop doing that. Right, let's continue and set up the prediction for the victory game. Because it's probably one... No, there was no under 18s as far as I could tell there. It's just the under 20s. That's what I was looking. So it's a bit of an odd one there. And Sawasti off on Colombian duty. No surprise there. So we are going to lose a couple off for a game. 27th and 1st. Oh, Croatian. Of course, I forgot about that. Oh, let's check. But says she's Australian up there, but yeah, is partially Croatian as well. So there might be a bit of a S fight about to happen over Kylie. But I tell you what, the attributes, the nice arrows all over the place there, isn't there? Temperamental personality is a little bit of a concern, I suppose, but I mean, all good. La, 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 la. Right. That is a little bit, yeah, you got a point there, eh? She's been all over the place, is Kylie, at a young age. Croatia, Serbia, Australia. Or just for some reason a big interest in Serbia. Let's check if it's maybe a thing in Croatia. I think they're quite similar. So that might be why it says that. According to Google, they're quite similar. Right, so that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We'll be good. Yeah, I Googled, so maybe it's just the game is actually the game knows about that, but there's a lot of other things it's not quite so sharp on, maybe. So let's give it some minutes to all these people. Yeah, they'll all be fine. Get the game time into them. And your victory, the Knicks, and then we've got a bit of a back to, well, a 1 week gap, which will be nice. We probably need that right now. So Sydney have now played 6 games. So we've got a lot of net in hand on them. We just want to make sure we stay above Sydney, really. Not dropping any points here would be nice. But yeah, after this we get some easier opposition looking at the table. Although Wellington actually going decently this year. Well over their prediction. Good grief, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the Dream 11 now. Kylie's the best player in the league. Goodness me. So let's crack into it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave Lanteri out there. Let's go put some miles on him. Let's go put some goals on him. Yeah, that works. Not sure about the truck part for a Melbourne team, but home form. But here we go. Newcastle v the VUC. Any interest for Europe? No, not yet. It might be because she's... Actually, I know it will be because she's not on a pro contract yet. Because she's too young. There is one kicking in when she is old enough, but she's not. So that's probably why. So when she turns 18, I'm guessing, or maybe even later, then I'd imagine there will be. But yeah, the contract with her is going to kick in fully when she turns a certain age. I am 95% sure that's how it works on the women's game. Easy, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well, man. Oh, that was a bit dangerous, but thankfully good little block there, and Kylie can get to the balls. It hoses down in Newcastle in November, which, to be fair, actually checks out the way the seasons work at this part of the world these days. We're just hitting full-on summer now in early Jan, a month after summer was supposed to start. So yeah, this makes sense. November, still raining. But early chance there blocked. End-to-end football from that first highlight against the Victory in the white. Good block on that, and we are going to get it back. Talon Henniker. That's not a good ball, but thankfully O'Donoghue's there in midfield. Swaby, who was a bit of a panic signing, but has ended up being a great one after we realised we can only sign one designated player each season, despite having a spot for 2. But Talon Henniker gives us a 1-0 lead thanks to the DP and Sawasti scoring, assisting. Because I was going to bring in Emily Sparks, formerly of the Phoenix, as a free agent, but no. She wanted 1k a week, and we've got Swaby on 240 or something, so to be fair, it's actually great for us financially. So I shouldn't complain, but it would have been nice to have the Kiwi at right wing, having not got to manage her at the Knicks either. And on the pitch, off the pitch, yes, but she probably doesn't like me much anymore, that one. She's thought I was going to manage her twice, and it hasn't happened. But we're fine. Swaby's top class, so we're good there. But 1-0 up as we try and make our way here out from the back. Kakesi out to Cristobal, who despite the lack of a left foot has actually been really working into some form. Now we've got her on that double fullback role. And that's a nice ball out there to Talon Hinaka. Oh, too good. Squares it. O'Donoghue in good goal scoring form. 2-0. We might need to start doing clean sheet predictions here. We might be a bit too good. And only our second season. The victory, 17-1 there, obviously. Not a full-on contender like a Sydney or a Melbourne City. But they're still supposed to be one of the final sort of teams. Your team you could play in like a semi or something. So this is pretty encouraging if we can do a number on them. Which is threatening to get to. Of course, we did beat them 8-1 last season in the game. But their goalkeeper was absolutely, like, they were mudded goalkeeper-wise. It might have happened without me realising, because it's 3-0 now, thanks to Buchanan. Nsawasti, with her second assist of the game. Pretty fortunate to get that one, because it's Buchanan's done all the work there, let's be honest. I mean, if you're good finish, nothing Mihalovic can do about that one, but we are flying with the Jets. I keep saying it. Pun fully intended, but also we are just like whooping teams right now. Closest game all year was the one where I rotated in our first Champions League game, and it got a little bit hairy late on against the Uzbekistan team. But otherwise, we're on fire. Saketa off the post. Cristobal, I thought would have got that sorted earlier. Not quite. And Mihalovic recovers. Probably could have been 4-0, but yeah, I think we'll just take that. This is probably the sort of game we can afford to have stuff like that happen, the way it's looking. Is Despor out to Battistini, Guloidis, and Kylie. You're going to come out? No, that's good shielding from Kakesi. Okay. Kylie, signal on 6.9. Nice. Actually, I've got a sound for that, Shaun.
Nice.
There we go. Need to use that soundboard more. Guloidis, oh, there's an interception. Cristobal, Talon Hinaka. Up to De Oliveira. Did she stay on? Did she stay on? Must have. 4-0. Oh, yeah, clearly timed that run beautifully. So De Oliveira back up top while Vasic is injured. Makes it 4-0. And we are absolutely pumping Melbourne. I'm pretty sure that's a semi-decent goalkeeper this time too. I think that's the same one we played in the actual what did we play them in? I think we played them in the semis. Either way. No, the final. Duh. Sure. It was the other Melbourne club. Okay. Anyone tired? Not overly, although we do have a quick backup, but we'll leave it for now. Very happy. Keep it up. Not happy with that, but 4-0. It's cool. It's cool, girls. Cool, girls. Like, I can live with that. Interesting to see the only player on good rating out there is a Neville. Actually, and Groitus, to be fair. Okay. Okay, so Insawasti and Buchanan are down on hearts a little bit. Might wait to the hour mark and do a couple of subs here. Talon as well. Okay. Corner, Alsaka. What can she do? Oh, she gets an assist. She yells out, Bakayo, as she puts it in. But Emily Kruger makes it 4-1. So we have conceded from a set piece. We are just not very good at set pieces. We try and head it away there through Insawasti. Just doesn't get to it. So Kruger beats Flanagan. And we do concede. We will make some subs off the back of that. Kennelly, Crapwell, and I suppose might bring on Lookmeyer and chuck De Oliveira out to left wing. And still praise, but a little bit frustrating that. Now Christabel at left back as well as a couple of other players. There's a free kick off the post. Got some midfielders who can hit free kicks, which is quite nice. We lost Naomi last season. She scored a ripper in the playoffs. Now we've got 2 more subs. We'll just leave it for now, I think. Make sure we get to a stage where we definitely should hold on. It is just Wellington up next. A Wellington team that have lost quite a few players, but we will now maybe look to give Perkison a run. And of the rest, probably should try and get some minutes into Voisey Jordan to develop. So, Swaby can have a rest. Keep our wide players fresh, seeing as we do use them quite a bit here. It's Kylie. Pumps it deep, unfortunately straight to a victory player, but all good because we get it back. Kennelly gives it back to them. That's not good, Kennelly. Goloidis. Long range. Safe as. Not really worth a highlight, was the FM. Trying to make Kylie look bad like that. So they took off Neville, which I think was a mistake, because well, actually they've kept a clean sheet since then, so maybe I'm wrong. But I thought Neville was on quite a good rating for them. But it's going to be a comfy one. So yeah, I think we're going to have to start doing clean sheet predictions here, because otherwise it's going to give it... I mean, to be fair, when we do lose, it probably is going to absolutely heartbreak someone. But yeah, pretty comfy that. Made some changes. Did we make any? Wait till the hour mark. So the second half was a little bit average. But good win. Gotta say good win. 4-1 over the victory. So the Phoenix are up next. And we do go, well, joint top with Sydney, but with that game in hand still. So us two are clearing out a bit now. Given that Western Sydney have played 6. Perth are up there, which is a bit of a surprise as well. We bet them to start our season. So let's do a bit of this. But yeah, the Knicks. So we've got this game, another at home. We do have a couple of away ones. The Raw and Western could be a little bit tougher on the road. I still can't get a frickin' anything coaching-wise. Right. Let's do this. Does Kylie keep a clean sheet? Yeah or nah? Right, there we go. That should be a bit more of a maybe interesting one. So a clean sheet prediction. I think we'll keep the defence the same. Tempting to put McKee back in there for the new signing, but it's a full star difference, so it's a bit hard to do that now that I've sort of just, it's too much effort now to change. So they're in the next. Their top goal scorer is Priya Skiliaga, who I don't remember at all. That's probably why, because she ain't very good. But she's got 5 goals, and obviously the main train. How could I forget that? 1K a week, goodness me. There's some greedy New Zealanders. She's not actually that good even by our standards, apparently. So that's surprising. But yeah, we'll be quite heavy favourites for this one. So hence the clean sheet prediction. I suppose it depends after this too when those international players kick in here. If they're travelling, oh wow, we are. Oh, right. Right, it's going to make things interesting then. So we've got it. We can't even play Crutwell. Oh boy. Okay. What are we going to do? That's our DM. Coots. Songa can't play DMs. That's she'll have to go on the bench. But and what else? We've got Kennelly is not playing, so McKee on the bench, I suppose. So we need a goalkeeper and a midfielder of some description here. Oh, this is going to make this a bit tasty. Ali, up you come for the moment, and Coots, there you are. Let me click you. There we go. Okay. So you're going to go on the bench for this game, Ali. And also we're going to do Coots for Insawasti. Right, so a little bit of a weird team actually for this game. I say weird, just in midfield. But interesting, nonetheless. Will Wellington be able to make the most of that? Frickin' good old A-League and international window. Never heard of it. Gone full MLS mode, which I suppose given the salary cap does kind of make sense. We still can't get coaches. No, yeah, it's just hopeless trying to get coaches here with the wages that we can offer. For whatever reason, just, you know, champions of Australia. No one wants to join us as a coach, but cool. Attacking, sure, go on. Bypass the press. Okay, cool. That's, yep. I'm not surprised that they that's not working. Let me go back in here. See what else you want to do. Yeah, we're not going to bother anyway with all our stuff. And everyone expects us to win. Cool. Oh, we'll be able to do a quick save here actually. Oh, that was a waste. Just thought it was a minute ago. Right, but a clean sheet prediction. So we'll see how Kylie goes here. Hopefully be okay against the She next. I suppose it depends if New Zealand are playing as well. That could mud them quite a bit. And also, no, Vasic is still not on rehab. But let's get into the match. 21 for you as a goalkeeper. Right. Now, there's a couple of people who should be in the New Zealand women's team there. Maine in particular, so I'm a little bit annoyed about that. Why are we the ones that are getting mudded here? Well, if it's Australia, it's just under 20s playing, not actual Australia. Just it's Colombia that's done us with this window. In terms of the senior level. So Coots comes in from the reserves. The main train, they're going to stick with that 4-2-3-1 that we set up when we were back there. Well, back there, when we were there for our 63 days. They're in a playoff spot. There might be some heat about this one. The Knicks in the black with the yellow sash. I really don't like that kit. But it is what it is. And we're in our gold with the blue sleeves. Is for some oh dear. One of the assistants has got impaled there by the tunnel. Ambulance. But the Knicks v Newcastle. Let's hopefully do well here. We've gone a bit gung-ho attacking despite being a little bit weak in midfield, but yeah, this is not supposed to be a great team we're playing. They've done a decent block there though, and Leda tries to get the Knicks here going on the counter, but thankfully Buchanan's there to tidy things up, our captain. Okay, just been a little bit so far. Buchanan, good ball there, Sakita, Swaby. Hopefully she plays well today. Been a little while since she's done something good. Oh, there we go. Charlotte Swaby in the mixer, Sakita. I thought that went over, but apparently not. I thought that might be a howler from Norris. Don't even see goal line technology. Okay. That would have been very close, surely. Just the way she was backtracking. We are not going that hot here, although now we get the ball for to De Oliveira. Maybe going attacking in an A-League game against a team in the top 6 was a little bit silly, but I trust the assistant. That's not a great chance. Norris will hoof it deep. And Main will flick it on to Flanagan. Keeping the clean sheet for now. Goes out to Buchanan. It's a long highlight to be fair. Feels like a goal. But to who, Jeff? But to who, chat, I should say. Christabel. Talon Henniker. Over the top, Sakita. In there, O'Donoghue. In good goal scoring form, but not that time. Goes over the bar. Over the Denver. Cray enough. Just not pulling it away at the moment. The Jets. And hopefully going to get this. No, we're just giving it back to them. Awesome. Love that. Okay, Leda. As they've got one of their own players shielding it there. I don't know if that's allowed. But apparently it is. Oh no. We're 1-0 down to the Phoenix. Huh. Yikes. I trust what we're doing, but yeah, we're getting a little bit FM'd here. I'm not actually sure why I'm listening to my assistant, given we don't have one as well. That's probably something I should be considering. We are, oh geez, that was fortunate, but we are just looking a little bit rough here without Insawasti. O'Donoghue goes forward. This time we score. Okay. 1-1. Suppose we'll encourage them, but kind of want to demand more. But O'Donoghue finds some space there from the Swaby ball, and this time puts it away past Norris, who, yeah, I still wouldn't mind seeing VAR from that, or the goal line tech from that header earlier that she was proper backtracking from. But 1-1 still doesn't really feel that fair based on stats, but hey, as O'Donoghue, that's not a great ball. They pump it deep. We should get the safely in. Terry Bartley. Do we bring McKee back in? Very tempted now that we've conceded back-to-back games. As Talon starts to go forward in the mixer, and De Oliveira maybe missing Vasic in this game. A couple of block shots there off our striker. 6.4 she's down to. We will demand more here. Don't like how they are still in this game. O'Donoghue. Right, a goal before the half here, ladies. Swaby. O'Donoghue. Sakita. To it. Coots has been MIA. Swabi. That's a fizzed ball in there. We get it back through Talon. Pulls it back, and this time Sakita. Right, now we're in front. Took a little bit of a wake-up call, but we're right now, I think. That ball was nice from Buchanan, just the Oliveira didn't quite expect it. Roberts headed it clear, but wasn't on fire, despite her here, because gave it straight back to us, and Talon Henniker in for Sakita, who continues some nice goal-scoring touch so far this season. I suppose we praise now. And 2-1 at the half. I guess we take it, having gone a goal down. Might take the Oliveira off here for Luckmeyer. Otherwise, though, leave things as is. Address the team. Yeah, definitely capable of better. And yeah, you weren't that bad, but you can improve. Right. Luckmeyer actually finds a teammate from the restart. That's good, because that didn't happen in the previous game when we restarted. Okay, both our wing backs are a little bit tired. Want that one more goal and I'll be a bit more comfy in this one, obviously. Get a cushion. Would be quite nice. Demand more here. Need to be more clinical. Bring on Luckmeyer might not have been the greatest move with that in mind, but yeah. Okay, we're on the ball. Swabi. Some good short passing down the right-hand side, but keep the ball well. Out to Christabel, though. We switch it out left. Talon Henniker. Sakita. Takes them on. Takes them on. It falls very nicely to Luckmeyer, who's actually scored a goal. Wowzers. In the A-League. Champions League. Yeah, whatever we're playing. Playing a bunch of workers from somewhere, it felt like. But we've got the job done this time. Well, Luckmeyer has just onside. And that's the goal we were looking for. We might just drop back to positive here just to play things safe. And take off Buchanan on a red heart. Hold on, I'm going to have to sneeze. Got the tissue in time. That was alright. Yeah, we'll take off Buchanan. It will be McKee, actually. So what we might do here is try Lantieri at right back. She is a bit better in that sort of area. Now we'll praise you, girls. It was a yellow. I think it was to a next player, so that's okay. Okay, do have a throw in here, which is a slight concern. Okay, making their way forward, Leda. Oh, that's not bad from them. Oh, that's a good chance, and they stayed on side. Wow, we are not going well defensively today. Okay. But yeah, Leda. Either. Does well. We've been drawn out there for, who is that? McKee. Okay, so yeah. You know what? You can stay at centre back next time, Lantieri. Okay, Christabel is a bit tired, so we'll be a freshen up there with Plickerson. I should probably do some time wasting here, actually. The situation. So Talon's a bit tired. This is our last sub, so we better You get on minutes. And who else is going a bit fairly? I can't really. And we could do that, but I don't really want to. I'm going to give Songa some game time. Bold move. But while she's on the bench, wasn't a lot else to do there. Right, Perkison. Set piece, please. Kakesi's still out there. Find her. Oh, no. Just over the bar. Right. Suppose we praise. We're going to get away with this. It's been a pretty average performance with no UndeFeated, but a 3-2 win. A managerless team too. They should become alright when they replace me eventually. But yeah, Leaders had a blinder. For some reason, they took off both their goal scorers. So am I going a bit lucky on that, but no clean sheet. Kylie a 6.3. Maybe she knew we were doing a prediction. Yeah, didn't play as well as we can, but I'm happy with the result. We stay top. Sydney, we've now played as many games there, so we are on top on our own. Hopefully find a way to extend that gap, but that was pretty unconvincing at home against the Knicks. So hopefully for the next game we can get UndeFeated back in there once I find her. As well as Kennelly for McKee. And Crutwell on the bench, but that will be it off the back of a 1 week gap now before we take on Canberra, who I think might be down in about 9th looking at the table. 7th or 9th. Is Adelaide or Canberra longer in game? Sorry, people got sneezes all of a sudden. 4-0, at least the under-20s one, so at least they, did something. And Colombia with a win as well. Who'd they play? Curiosity, can I check that? No, okay. Never mind then. And while we're here too is... No, still out for 3 to 7 weeks. Jeepers. And the Aussie woman actually did play a game, but 3-3 against Belgium, I think that looks like. So we don't have any actual Aussie internationals. Praise Kylie, even though she probably going to have a go at us for doing so. Oh no. Kylie's chilled out today. She was a bit angry when we praised her last stream about her training. I mean, to be fair, temperamental. Should have spotted that sooner, shouldn't I? Kind of makes sense. But Canberra up next. Might do the clean sheet prediction again. Just because it's a bit more of a dicey one. I feel like although that game was the closest we've had this season, really, against the Knicks. In trouble for a little while that game. But let's do the same prediction. Does our goalkeeper keep a clean sheet? And Kylie. So our goal differential already is clear of any other team. Even Sydney are only on +1, so we're pretty handy there in terms of if things do get tight. Dreams You're In, great name. Requested transfer. Little bit of potential. English. Is she partially? No, not partially Australian. Oh, she is. No, she's working towards it. But yeah. Dreams You're In, wanting to leave Perth. Can't blame her. The time difference is a bugger. May as well be in South Africa if you're over in Perth. Okay, so the Central Coast have got someone with their new manager. I'm not too sure if that was the men's or the women's side, but they did get a new manager in. Still can't get coaches. It's going to be just ongoing, isn't it? It's been, keep saying surprise, it's been like a year and a bit now. Okay, we have gone back into the negatives, but not by a heck of a lot, so we're not too bad there financially. Okay, they lost that game to Switzerland, the under-20s. Interesting opposition, actually. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Should have done that quite a long time ago, probably. And now on the Tuesday, might need to start doing some rest here too for these players just coming back. Victory, Sydney. That's quite a big game. The VUC at home might be able to help us out there a little bit. Although they weren't great before, were they? Now, as your conditions, check this out. You two, let's give you a day off, please. Yep, cool, got that right. It's going pretty well. Kylie's the only player actually not on a green rating, surprisingly. That last game might have knocked her a bit, the 6.3 against the Knicks. Feeling electric. Proper FIFA vibes here. And cheers with the raid. Welcome in, everyone. Must have been the FIFA vibes. Hope you're all doing well out there. Welcome into Shaun Does FM. I'm Shaun and I do FM. Do what it says on the tin. And thank you for the follow as well. We're doing a Journeyman here on my channel. We're at our third club of the save after only spending 63 days and doing a proper 10 hag at the Wellington Phoenix women, except without ruining the entire club. We're at the Newcastle Jets women. We are the defending champions of the Ninja A-League. And we've topped our group in the Asian Champions League, but that doesn't get back underway until like next year sometime. So we're just making our way through the league season currently. We're 3 points clear on top. Yeah, hope you're all doing well. Welcome on in. We started in Malaysia at Manjung, which was interesting. But yeah, then we made the move to Wellington. But they were horrifically in debt, like £1 million in debt, which for a New Zealand club ain't great on the women's side. So yeah, we're here with Newcastle and won the league in our first season. So hopefully that continues. And we might have a sneaky chance in the Champions League this season, but we have not lost a game so far this season. We have not even drawn one. We are winning. All we do is win, win, win. I'll give you a shout out though, Chaz. Thank you for that, Raid Man. Hope your save's going well, whatever it is. And yeah, thanks for the raid, man. Drop you a follow later on. So probably can do it now, actually. There we go. Right. Right, so we've got Canberra up now. They're going a bit fairly, but we did just get pushed by the Knicks, but I think we'll be a bit better personnel-wise for this game. Okay, play for set pieces apparently. Otherwise, though, I think we're pretty good for this one. So, get some. Third tier of Italy made playoffs in season 1, crumbled in second round. Oh, mate, Zlatan's son. Oh, he's decent, isn't he? He wasn't 24 anyway. I haven't actually seen him as much on this year's game yet, given where I've been. But yeah, he was good on 24. So there's a nice signing down there. That sounds interesting. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay. So game day, Canberra. At home, thankfully, because no one wants to go to Canberra. It's an absolute shite hole. 3 goals in 3 games. Yeah, that sounds like him only from 24. To be fair, he was lethal. He just looked absolutely just like a weapon. Oh, she able to be? Yes. Okay. Oh, hold on, sneeze coming. Love how it's summer here now, and all of a sudden I feel like a flu's coming on or something. Right, we'll get Vesic on to rehab. She's still 3 to 6 weeks. Thanks to that injury in the Champions League. Off to bed. Yeah, cheers, Chaz. Hope you have a good night, dude, and thank you very much for the raid. And no worries about the follow. Least I can do. So let's just do a quick save here. Get a bit of order in me. That probably help. And here we go, Canberra, who I think we're down 9th, so this should be quite winningable. Yeah, that team's what I want, so we'll get Coots back down to the reserves, actually. Yeah, that's, apart from that, that's what we want. Okay, so back to a more all-round good team for this game. Yep, should be winning the skills. Make sure we do. And here we go. No interviews in the A-League because no one cares apparently. But here we go. Canberra with a 5 at the back and 2 DMs. It's a super negative. It's yuck football. It's probably why they're 9th. Hopefully we show why teams should not play 5 at the back here. As my wife's just somehow taken hold of my playlist while being at the gym. Sam Hunt. Oh my God, Sam Hunt. Right, here we go. Should be a game we can dominate, especially going on attacking from the start like we're doing in the Champions League, but we were a little bit scratchy against the Knicks like this, so we'll see how we get on here. Might need to consider just being positive in the A-League. Apart from against the really, really bad teams. Which, to be fair, this might be one. Although they've just cleared that one away. So they hold on there. Early chance. It's a pretty lucky we got that back, I thought. But anyway. I'll encourage. Taking a little while to get into this game. Highlight-wise, 20 minutes in though. Christabel with the throw-in. Tisakita gets it back. Talon. Off she goes down that wing. Pull back. Christabel. Long ranger. Not really the right idea for working the ball into the box that. But anyway. A bit of a warning shot that one maybe. Oh, I was about to encourage, but we might wait. Yeah. With a corner. O'Donoghue. Can she find Kakesi? Tall. Why can't she hit the target? You're 1.8 metres tall. You're a giant in women's football. You're like 30 centimetres taller than most goalkeepers. She should be scoring. like 10 a season, really, and she's only got 1 in 2 seasons here. The way I was hoping she would. Thankfully, it's not costing us at all. That's horrific from might have also been Kakesi, to be fair. That should be off. Okay, was that the highlight? No, we're back underway. Christabel gets it from Kylie, who at the moment is keeping a clean sheet. Sakita, Talon, those two like to link up. This time Buchanan, who's coming a long way from right back. De Oliveira, Swaby, floats it. And Neri has kept hold of that. I thought she might be about to have the dropsies, which would have been really handy, actually, the way we're playing so far in this. Pump deep. What on earth is this? Okay. Jeepers, girls. Your $1.90 favourites for the league this season. Play like it, for goodness sake. Right, Talon. O'Donoghue. Oh, you're not even scoring. What's happening today? We are still at home. Why you become so useless these last couple of games we're playing? Is it the attacking? Because I don't know what else it would be. Demand more. Do you also get distracted by Sam Hunt like my wife does? Please don't be another Sam Hunt song then. Yeah. Don't lose faith, please. Please beat Canberra. Come on, it's Canberra. Okay, they have been on the front foot here a little bit in this half as well. It's not ideal scenes. Okay, here we go. Come on, girls. It's been nearly 60 minutes. Come on, do a football. Right, Swaby. Are we actually about to do one? Buchanan. Swaby. O'Donoghue. Sakita. Buchanan. Why are we shooting from outside the box when we're working the ball inside the box? Okay, De Oliveira is not playing very well for us, is she? Swaby on a 6.5 as well. Let's try some different players. Voisey and Lookmeyer. Might turn off play for set pieces as well, just see if that helps. I feel like we actually played better without it, but we did change it for, was it Melbourne or Sydney? And they haven't suggested we change it back, so maybe that's what I've done wrong there. Okay, Buchanan did get in a little bit of a tricky spot, but it's done well. Now Sakita's in behind here, but can't hit the target. Girls, come on. I was going to say to you, I'll walk back to Newcastle, but we're at home, so yeah, can't friend you like that, can I? Come on, it's only Canberra. Girls, what are we doing? Who could be a difference maker out here? I don't know. Oh, I forgot to put the backup goalkeeper. Bigger issues now, Shaun. 80 minutes, girls. We've got 2 XG. What are we doing? Okay, we'll be able to take off Sakita maybe. Let's try O'Donoghue up there and Swasti further forward. Crutwell, we've got one more sub. Perkison, I suppose. And let's push up a bit more here. Higher tempo, higher defensive line. And something might be about to happen. This would be very typical FM, actually. Both 24 and 26 about to make changes, and stuff might be about to happen. Talon Henniker goes back to Christabel. Is this something, or is this just a wait? It's a freaking waste of time. This game does show way too much. I'm learning. Fire up, girls. Goodness me. Well, this is a trash result. Let's be honest. Our first drop points of the season to 9th place Canberra. Yeah, I'm embarrassed, girls. It's Canberra, but it's a clean sheet. So some of you will be happy about that. Yeah, that's not good. Thankfully, Sydney have not, they've lost. So, oh wait, no, did they win? I think Sydney won. So we're only a point in front. That's actually not good at all. Okay. It's a couple of quite poor performances in a row, though. I think we might just go back to positive here and, yeah, not play for set pieces. Who is next? The Raw. The Raw are not supposed to be very good. They're 8th. Yeah, they're supposed to be well, they're better than Wellington, but worse than Canberra, which I don't know if that's a great thing we need right now. Yeah, well, yeah, probably a bit harsh on you there, Kylie, because you kept a clean sheet, but the rest of your teammates, they couldn't score in a brothel the way they were going that there. Goodness me. We're getting the Arnie slot here. These last couple of games. Wait, you're not supposed to be doing this well. Let's nerf your tactic. Caro's out. Third choice right back could be worse, but still. The reserves are winning, albeit a bit unconvincingly. Canberra Broffel's legendary. Yes, that is. Oh, you're right, Easy. I know what you mean. But yeah, I mean, 5 at the back, I suppose. Negative frickin' football. But frustrating that. First drop points of the season at home to that pile of garbage by most standards. Yeah, they'd have planned and executed it. So we've got Brisbane up next. Let's get the morale back up a bit because I've probably just nuked it somewhat by letting rip post game. But we've got standards here at Newcastle. I would like to keep up. I mean, it's still pretty good, isn't it? How are we doing, actually? Just curiosity. Okay, we're halfway there on the rep. And we are still studying for a Continental B. Okay, that could also be an issue. Right, we're away from home. Mentality monsters. Yep, exactly. No, that's it, mate. Mentality monsters. Right, Sydney are playing City. That's quite big, actually, that game. Hopefully City might do us a favour because they're a bit behind at the moment. Yeah, exactly. Right, that should be a minor one, thankfully, because Cratwell's handy on the bench. Also, I'll put freaking Balagente back on there, just in case something goes wrong. Oh, okay. We don't Yeah, I don't tend to do press conferences, so that might be an issue. I should probably, but they're just so samey. Although, I do the Continental ones, but yeah. Exactly. A couple of performances now. That Wellington one and the Canberra one just a bit flat for some reason after we did numbers on Sydney and Melbourne. Oh, this could be bad. Talon. 1 to 3 days. This could be a slight issue. Hopefully she'll be okay. Otherwise, we actually have to start Lookmeyer. Vasic is 2 to 5 weeks still. I might actually do a usual prediction for this one just because we just started to slip up a touch. So let's get a prediction going for this game. Just the result. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping some of those instruction changes might have might sort of keep things fresh, but just not. Didn't quite work that game. Brisbane up to 5th. What's happened here? So Sydney must have beaten. Oh, they did, yeah. Melbourne City are not good at the moment. Okay. We need to front here, girls. Actually getting pressure put on us here by Sydney, which is not great considering we did beat them a couple of games ago. Now I have to check our injuries here too. Talon might be a risk. Might have to try De Oliveira out left and Lookmeyer up top for this one. Might be last game of stream today too, guys. As I said, it might be on the shorter side because I need to go cook my dinner. Slightly long one. Poor planning, but you know. And a reminder too, won't be streaming on Sunday this week because the local horse races, the once a year. So bear with me on that one. Oh really? We'll try it. Okay. Now, it's going to be a little bit dicey, isn't it? With who we've got selected. Oh, no. Okay. That should be fine. Right. There we go. Right. Maybe that's what did it. The mentoring. But let's see what I need to be doing here because we might have to not play Talon. Not too sure. As I talk about my former club, apparently. We'll do the scouting off stream. We've got, there you go. Oh, City and Melbourne. Next couple of games. That's going to be a nice little start to tomorrow's stream. Goodness me. Sorry. Yeah, I just started doing the mentoring because it popped up. I was like, oh yeah, I should probably do that. So I have just started it, but that sort of has happened around the same time as our form has sort of gone off. So intriguing. Now Talon can play. Cool. We'll just leave it then. Are they all in the right? Yep. Okay. Cool. Just making sure. No, nothing weird's happened here. No. Okay. And we've saved recently. Let's go to the match. Okay. Pick up a W here, girls. It's Brisbane. They're not supposed to be very good. Okay. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. Right. Come on, girls. Oop, jeepers, thought we nearly soft locked there. Yeah, favourites, play like it. I have faith. I have faith. You're motivated, De Oliveira. Let's go. They'll be a bit more open, this team. They're going 4-3-3. This should be a good one for us. Let's get back on top. I was hoping our win over Sydney might knock them, but unfortunately it's almost galvanised them somehow. So let's make sure we get the W, otherwise we'll be actually second. And no one wants to be number 2. Because number 2 isn't Champions League next season. Just not many shots on target this one so far for us. Well, not any, I should say. Not many, if any. If you know, you know. Okay, here we go. Highlights. Insawasti, Buchanan. Up to O'Donoghue. Tell you what, the pace is good in this one. At least it was. Buchanan, here she goes. Switches it. Talon's in space. Talon. There we go. There we go. I wish we could play Brisbane every week. I wish we could play Brisbane every week. Talon puts it away. Nice curving effort around both Sakita and the goalkeeper, Ingman. And we go 1-0 up. That's what we need. That's what we need. Get the early lead. Bit of confidence. Maybe going attacking was a little bit too gung-ho for us. Oh, Kylie, thank you. That was just a little bit sketchy there, girls. No need to do that. Oh, geez, that was also slightly sketchy. But we're keeping the ball. And Sakita's making a run. Nice touch to set it up. 2-0. Not sure if Ingman got a touch on that and it sort of just went in weirdly, or if she actually chipped that. But either way, it's a good goal in the end. So Kiddo with the nice run. This is going to be interesting because, yeah, got a touch on that but couldn't keep it out. But 2-0, this is more like it. The more like the Jets I know. So the frickin' set piece coach saying we should go attacking, we should go attacking. Yeah, it's your fault. Your fault, mate. That's why our form went to crap. And by crap, I mean a narrow win over the Phoenix and a draw against Canberra. It's all your fault. If I could find other coaches, you'd be in trouble, but I can't, so you're lucky. But a much better performance. We've been keeping them very quiet. Obviously, I think their formation compared to Canberra helps us out quite a bit as well. It just suits. Those 5 at the backs. Just yuck. That's not great from Talon. This might be about to go bad, actually. Yeah, Talon. I'm going to sub you because you're on a yellow heart, but you didn't have to give away a goal first before half-time. Just bad play there from one of our better players, and it's cost us. So, Olivia Wood. Kylie can't stop that. Good finish. Blocked as well by a couple of players. Row in the eye line. And this game's a bit interesting again. With their second shot of the game, they make it 2-1. So, pretty classic us, unfortunately. We'll take off Talon. For Lookmeyer, actually. De Oliveira at left wing. Address the team well, but I know you can do better. And let's go. So Lookmeyer is quite good at the restarts compared to De Oliveira. De Oliveira just hoofs it out. Lookmeyer actually finds teammates, so that's quite handy. And now we've got the ball. De Oliveira, O'Donoghue in the final third, just what we want. Buchanan, Lookmeyer. If we shoot from outside the box, I will have a fit. Cristobal gives it away, gets it back. Lookmeyer, there we go. And we're back to being all good. Got a cushion goal. So thankfully the Talon Henneke mistake doesn't prove too costly because Woods just hit a stinker here. And Cristobal finds Lookmeyer, tap in. Thankfully she's actually scoring this season, because that nearly cost us the finals last year. And we make it 3-1. I'll even praise you, because this is more like it. Better football from us here. Limiting their chances, being relatively clinical with ours. Just back to the standards we've got. I'll tell you what, you're lucky you found a teammate there than Terry Bartley, because that was some flair when it wasn't needed there. But it's all right. We've got a 3-1 lead. I won't better you too much. Sakita. Okay, so we've got both our wing backs are tired. We've got a game in about 3 days, and it's Western Sydney, who will be quite handy. So we might just think about that. We'll see what we do with the other sub. Sakita's in the rest for a little while. We'll leave it for the moment. Blowing teams up right now. Nice. Yates. Okay, if we concede here, that is a slight concern, having just made some defensive subs. Okay, it was very cool and collected there from Flanagan, despite having got beaten. Not just clipping, but fudding the bar. Yeah, we'll take off. The Bodster, yeah, we dropped points to Canberra somehow. Otherwise, they're pretty good. Oh, what's happening there? Let's try this thing for a final sub. Take off Sakita, but we're back on track here, so we'll stay top, but only by 2 points. Shame, we've sort of lost our 3-point gap over Sydney. 5 at the back. Just kept us in check last game. But better this time away at Brisbane. That's okay. Corner. Kylie kept a clean sheet in that game though, but it was in the little draw, so you know. She wasn't really at fault for the goal we conceded in this game. That was Talon. Poor giveaway just before half time. Speaking of poor giveaways, thankfully we'll get it back nice and safely. Swaby. What can she do? Cutting inside. Oh, Minute. Evie Minute. That's got to be a first goal. Pretty sure. Wait a minute. Is it? They're not telling me. Maybe it's not. Maybe she scored in the Champions League, actually, when we played the team that we just got past. But Evie Minute. Bust out the Timberland off it. He did that song, didn't he? Anyway, 4-1. Comfy win, thankfully, over a team that aren't supposed to be very good. And 4-1, that's what we needed. Back in the W, solid enough defensively, and goal scoring. We'll say we're very happy just because it's been a while. with that narrow win over the Phoenix, who are actually going really well. So I probably shouldn't have been quite so harsh about. Well, I wasn't really harsh about that, but yeah. Where are Canberra? They're going up the table too, actually. So might not have been the worst couple of results there, to be fair. But yeah, big gap already. Us in Sydney. Looks like a bit of a 2-horse race for that Champions League spot, even this early into the season. Yeah, you're great apart from that goal that was your fault. Right, what are we? 5:38. I'm going to go cook tea. So I know a bit of a shorter stream today, guys, but it is what it is. We'll be back tomorrow with some quite big games when we pick up as well. Let's pay out the prediction too, just before I forget, while we're live. But yeah, we got, and thank you for the follow, Toby, the FM enjoyer. Thank you very much. But some big games tomorrow. Western Sydney and Victory are semi-decent. City are going poorly, but supposed to be the third best team. After that, hopefully a chance for us to pick up some results around the new year before Sydney in late January if we get that far. But that will do it for today. And if you're wondering too, that's when that Champions League quarterfinal is. It's not until March. It will be a big game year away from home as well. It's the only other time we play them. Hopefully can do what we did when we bet them 3-0 earlier in the streams. It's a bit annoying that it's quite so tight up the top of the table. But apart from that, really, it's just us. And I suppose you don't win a trophy for the regular season, but you do, of course, get Champions League football. But that will do it today, guys. Thank you very much for popping in. Yeah, as I said, sorry about the shortness, but I'm going to have to go cook dinner. Let's go find someone to go and raid and spread the love to. Why is my thing that I previously had there? Just right. My link not popping up. There's not a heap of options on FM. Let's check this guy playing Bristol City. Son of Avalanche. Let's go check him out. He's not streaming to many. He's telling his players to F off. I love this. Right, let's get in there. So let me just bring up the right chat. If you're on YouTube, go pop over to Twitch and join the raid, maybe. But there we go. We're going to raid him. He is with Bristol City. Double check. Yes, on top. Let's see how long that lasts. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow for probably another bit of a short stream, but a couple of big games. See you then. Bye. What's the button?